Hello everyone, you're highly welcome to today's class on the topic Killers of Company Culture and how to fix them. I believe you're ready and you're good to go. It's going to be fun, an enlightenment-filled time, an enlightenment-filled class. It's going to be good for you, the entrepreneur. It's going to be good for you, the CEOs, the managers, the staff, the workers, and for everyone that wants to improve in their businesses, on their jobs. Okay, my name once again is Enobo Ekarika. Tighten your seat belts and be ready for a wonderful time learning. Let's quickly introduce our topic. This session today aims to equip you, the leaders, managers, employees alike, with actionable insights and practical solutions to rectify these cultural elements. What are we talking about? Elements that affect company cultures. Okay? This element that's killing our company cultures, and then to rectify it. So how do you rectify this cultural element? From today's class, we look at the fact that by fostering a culture of open communication, trust and inclusivity, organizations can only mitigate the negative impact of these killers, but also cultivate an environment where employees thrive, where innovation flourishes, and the company as a whole achieves sustained successes. So join us on this journey to uncover the killers of company culture and discover the strategies to resurrect, redefine, and fortify the cultural backbone of your organization. So in the dynamic landscape of today's professional world, the significance of a healthy company culture cannot be overstated. Okay? That means that a thriving workplace culture is not only the heartbeat of an organization, but is also a crucial determinant of its success. However, it's undeniably important that many companies face challenges in maintaining and fostering a positive work environment. So today's training is aimed to delve into the pillars of company culture. These subtle but powerful factors that can erode the very fabric of a thriving workplace. So understanding and addressing these culture killers is very, very important for organizational leaders, for human resource personnel, for team leaders alike. Therefore, from toxic behaviors to communication breakdowns, we will explore the various elements that can sabotage company culture, and more importantly, equip all of us, all of you, our listeners, with practical strategies that will help you rectify and prevent these issues. So join us as we embark on a journey to recognize the telltale signs of a struggling company culture and discover effective solutions to cultivate a workplace where collaboration, where innovation, and where employee well-being thrive. Together, let's build a roadmap for fostering a positive and inclusive environment that not only attracts top talent, but also propels your organization towards sustained success. Let's look at the killers and the fixes. The killers and the fixes. Right now we are looking at ineffective leadership. One of the killers of company culture is ineffective leadership. That means that ineffective leadership can have profound and detrimental effect on company culture. That means that ineffective effective leadership permeates every aspect of the organization. Let's quickly look at several ways in which ineffective leadership can negatively affect company culture. One of it is poor communication, lack of direction and vision, low employee morale, unhealthy work environment, resistance to change, high turnover rates, inequality and unfair treatment, lack of accountability. This shows that ineffective leadership is a potent force that can erode the foundations of a healthy company culture. So organizations must invest in developing strong, effective leaders who prioritize communication, vision, employee well-being, and a positive work environment to foster a thriving culture that supports long-term success. We've talked about the implications of ineffective leadership. Okay? Remember, ineffective leadership will always lead to poor communication, lack of direction and vision, low employee morale, unhealthy work environment, resistance to change, high turnover rates, inequality and unfair treatment, and lack of accountability. So how do we fix this killer of ineffective leadership? And what did we say here? We said train and mentor managers. So the fix for ineffective leadership is training and mentoring managers. Training and mentoring managers can have a very great transformative impact on company culture. This is because it will address key aspects of leadership, communication, and employee development. Let's look at some ways that training and mentoring managers can contribute to creating a positive and healthy workplace culture. When you train and mentor leaders, there will be leadership development. That means that training programs can focus on enhancing leadership skills, helping managers to develop the qualities necessary to inspire and guide their teams effectively. These include fostering emotional intelligence, decision-making abilities, and the capacity to communicate a compelling vision. You train and mentor managers by creating leadership development programs. Another way is effective communication. Effective communication. Another way we train and mentor managers is by cultural alignment. That means that training and mentoring can ensure that managers understand and embody the values and visions of the organization. Other way we can train and mentor managers is on conflict resolution skills. Train your managers to have good conflict resolution skills because managers often encounter conflict within teams. Therefore, providing training equips them with the conflict resolution skills, allowing them to address issues promptly and constructively. This will contribute to a healthier workplace environment and also prevent the escalation of conflict that can negatively impact company culture. Another reason you need to train and mentor manager, it improves employee engagement and also promotes inclusivity. When you train and mentor managers, it will promote inclusivity because diversity and inclusion are very essential components of a vibrant company culture. Another reason is that it will bring about recognition and appreciation. When you train and mentor managers, it will emphasize the importance of recognizing and appreciating employee contribution. So managers who understand the value of acknowledgement and praise, they can always create a positive work culture where employees feel valued and motivated. Other way is continuous learning and adaptability. We are still looking at the fixes, how to fix ineffective leadership by training and managing and mentoring managers. The mentoring programs should have good mentoring programs and succession planning. So, investing in the training and mentoring of managers is a strategic initiative that can positively shape company culture equipping your managers with the skills, knowledge, and mindset that is needed for effective leadership, organizations create an environment that nurtures employees' well-being, collaboration, and long-term success. Let's look at another killer and fix of company culture. The killer of company culture here, another killer here is poor communication. Poor communication. Poor communication can have a corrosive effect on company culture because it undermines the foundation of a healthy and thriving workplace environment. Let's look at several ways in which poor communications can contribute to the deterioration of a company culture. Poor communication leads to uncertainty and anxiety. It leads to lack of trust. It leads to reduced employee engagement. It leads to increased conflict. Poor communication brings about diminished morale. It also brings about ineffective collaboration in an organization. Poor communication leads to resistance to change. And poor communication also causes missed opportunities for improvement. Poor communication also brings about negative impact on recruitment and retention, and also has a negative customer impact. That means that external communication is as crucial as internal communication. So poor communication with customers or clients can damage relationships, impact the company's reputation, and have downstream effects on employee morale and confidence in the organization. In essence, poor communication can poison the well of company culture, leading to a range of negative consequences. Organizations must prioritize clear, transparent, and effective communication to build a positive culture that fosters trust, communication, and overall success. So how do we fix this killer of poor communication? That is by listening and sharing frequently. Listening and sharing frequently. Listening and sharing frequently within an organization can be a powerful catalyst for building and maintaining a positive company culture. Here's how this approach can contribute to a healthier and more vibrant workplace environment. Listening and sharing frequently fosters open communication. It strengthens employee engagement. It enhances team collaboration. It empowers employees. It promotes inclusivity and diversity. Listening and sharing frequently helps to resolve conflicts effectively. How? Because open communication is key to resolving conflict. When employees now feel comfortable sharing their concerns, leaders can address issues promptly, preventing the escalation of conflict. Therefore, this proactive approach contributes to a positive work environment. Listening and sharing frequently also builds trust in leadership, and it encourages continuous improvement. It boosts morale and well-being, and always enhances customer relations. What do you mean by that? Effective communication within the company extends to external stakeholders, including customers. A culture of listening and sharing can positively impact customer relations by ensuring that employees are well informed and aligned with customer needs and expectations. Therefore, take note that active listening to employees and fostering a culture of frequent sharing contribute to the creation of a positive and resilient company culture. And this approach not only builds trust and engagement, but also empowers employees, promotes collaborations, and establishes a foundation for continuous improvement and success. Let's look at another killer of workplace culture. Here, this killer is lack of appreciation. Lack of appreciation is a very big killer of company culture in an organization. A lack of appreciation within an organization can have profound and detrimental effects on company culture. employees feel undervalued or overlooked, it can lead to a toxic work environment and negative impact which affect various aspects of the workplace. Let's quickly look at how does lack of appreciation contribute to erosion of company culture. Number one thing that will happen, number one implication of lack of appreciation is decreased morale. Decreased morale will always happen whenever there's lack of appreciation. There will be low employee engagement. There will be increased turnover. There will be impaired team dynamics. Because lack of appreciation can create a sense of resentment among team members. It may lead to a lack of collaboration, reduced teamwork, and a breakdown in communication, of all of which contribute to an unhealthy team dynamics. Lack of appreciation always leads to diminished innovation and creativity in the workplace. It also leads to negative impact on performance, and it will always bring about erosion of trust. It will always bring about erosion of trust. Lack of appreciation in the workplace will increase stress and burnout, and there will always be difficulty attracting top talent, attracting great prospective employees, because prospective employees seek organizations where their contributions are recognized and where there is a positive and supportive company culture. Another implication of lack of appreciation is that it brings about weakened employee well-being. So lack of appreciation can be a silent killer of company culture, sowing discontent and disengagement amongst employees. That's why organizations that prioritize acknowledging and valuing their employee create a positive work environment, fostering loyalty, commitment, and a culture of success. Let's quickly look at the fixes. How do we fix this killer called lack of appreciation? We say recognize and reward. Recognize and reward. When employees are recognized and rewarded, it's a very powerful strategy for positively shaping and reinforcing a company's culture. That means when it is done effectively, recognition and rewards contribute to a host of beneficial outcomes that can enhance the overall work environment and employee experience. Let's quickly look at how this approach can fix and strengthen company culture. Number one is it boosts morale. Recognizing and reward boosts morale of the workers. It increases employee engagement. It fosters a culture of appreciation. It promotes team collaboration. It encourages a growth mindset. It enhances employee well-being. Recognizing and reward increases job satisfaction and always motivates high performance. Another benefit is that it strengthens the employer-employee relationships, and also enables organizations to attract and retain talent. Another benefit is that it enables employees to align with company values. So in summary, a strategic approach to recognizing and rewarding employees is a powerful tool for fixing and enhancing company culture, because it always creates a positive feedback loop where employees feel appreciated, engaged, motivated, and this always contributes to a workplace culture that fosters success, satisfaction, and long-term growth. Another killer of company culture is employee burnout. Employee burnout. We'll quickly look at employee burnout and how to fix it. Employee burnout can have detrimental impact on company culture because it undermines the well-being of the workforce and also erodes the positive aspect of the organizational environment. Let's quickly look at the several ways in which employee burnout can negatively affect company culture. That is by employee burnout will always bring about diminished employee engagement. Employee burnout will always lead to diminished employee engagement, and it will also lead to increased absenteeism. Another disadvantage or implication of employee burnout is that it leads to lower productivity and performance. It erodes team morale. Another implication of employee burnout. Another implication of employee burnout is negative impact on innovation. Negative impact on innovation. That means that burnout stifles creativity and innovation. And we see that employees dealing with burnout are less likely to contribute new ideas or take risks. And this will always lead to limiting the organization's ability to adapt to change and pursue innovation. Another, detrimental effect of employee burnout is that it brings about reduced trust in leadership. There will be decline in the organizational reputation. There will be communication breakdown. There will be weakened commitment to company values. Therefore, in summary, employee burnout has a cascading effect on various aspects of company culture. It is important to address employee burnout proactively and promote a culture that prioritizes well-being and work-life balance, because if you're interested in fostering a positive, resilient and thriving workforce in the environment, this killer, employee burnout, must be fixed. How do we fix employee burnout? How do we fix employee burnout? We said manage workload. Manage workload. Manage workload. Effectively managing workload is a key component in creating and maintaining a positive company culture. So when employees feel supported in managing their workload, it contributes to a healthier work environment. It enhances various aspects of organizational culture. Let's quickly look at how managing workload can positively impact company culture. When organization manages workload appropriately, it promotes work-life balance. It also reduces stress and burnout. Managing workloads enhances employee well-being and fosters a positive work environment. It also encourages open communication and it boosts employee morale. Managing workloads will always improve team collaboration, and it will encourage innovation and creativity, and will always strengthen employee retention. When we manage workload in our organization, it will enable the staff to effectively align with organizational values, and also increase trust in leadership of the organization. So managing workload is a fundamental aspect of cultivating a positive company culture. Therefore, always make sure that we prioritize that. By prioritizing the well-being and work-life balance of employees, organizations can create an environment where collaboration, innovation, and overall job satisfaction thrive. Let's look at another killer of company culture. Another killer of company culture is micromanagement. Micromanagement is a silent killer, and it should be eroded, removed in any organization if that organization actually wants to grow and excel. Micromanagement can have a profoundly negative impact on company culture. It creates an environment that is stifling, demotivating, and counterproductive. Let's look at several ways in which micromanagement can erode a positive company culture. Number one way micromanagement can erode company culture is what it undermines trust. Micromanagement signals a lack of trust in employees' ability to perform their jobs independently. And this lack of trust can lead to breakdown in the employer-employee relationship and an overall erosion of trust within the organization. Other negative impact of micromanagement is that it diminishes employee morale, it stifles creativity and innovation. Micromanagement increases stress and burnout. It hampers employee development. It reduces job satisfaction. It slows decision making. How does it slow decision making? Micromanagement typically involves decisions being funneled through a single point of authority. This always slows down the decision-making process, creating bottlenecks and hindering the organization's ability to adapt to change quickly. Other negative implications of micromanagement is that it hinders team collaboration, it increases turnover rates, and it creates a culture of fear. It creates a culture of fear and always diminishes employee loyalty. How does it diminish employee loyalty? Employees who feel micromanaged, they become disengaged and less loyal to the organization. And remember, loyalty is a key component of a positive company culture, and a lack of it can contribute to a culture of turnover and instability. Remember, micromanagement can be a silent killer of company culture, undermining trust, creativity, and employee well-being. To foster this positive and thriving workforce environment, organizations should prioritize autonomy, prioritize trust, prioritize empowerment, allowing employees the freedom to contribute their best work. Let's quickly look at how we fix micromanagement. We fix micromanagement by empowering employees. We fix it by empowering employees. That means that empowering employees is a transformative strategy that positively influences company culture in various ways. When employees feel empowered, it creates an environment of trust, an environment of collaboration, an environment of innovation. Let's quickly look at how empowering employees can actually fix the problem of micromanagement. Empowering employees always fosters a positive work environment. It boosts employee morale and also enhances employee engagement. When employees are empowered, it encourages innovation and creativity and always strengthens team collaboration. It enables the employees to build trust in leadership, in the leadership of the organization. Empowering employees increases job satisfaction, it promotes continuous learning, it reduces turnover rates, it enhances adaptability to change, it encourages diversity and inclusion, and it improves communication and transparency. So when an organization empowers their employees, it is a very powerful strategy for fixing and enhancing company culture, and it creates a positive, collaborative, and innovative workplace where individuals are motivated, engaged, and invested in the success of the organization. Let's quickly look at another killer of workplace culture. Another killer of workplace culture is toxic behaviors. Toxic behaviors. Toxic behaviors. Toxic behaviors always have a profoundly detrimental impact on company culture because it poisons the work environment and undermines the well-being of employees. Let's look at several ways that toxic behavior can kill company culture. Number one, toxic behavior erodes trust in the organization. It undermines team morale. It increases employee turnover. It hampers employee well-being. It deters collaboration and teamwork. It stifles innovation and creativity. Toxic behavior always promotes a culture of fear, and it leads to increased conflict. You will notice that in any organization that toxic behavior exists, there is always diminished employee engagement, and it always affects the organizational reputation negatively. Toxic behavior will always lead to, it will always create and lead to legal and compliance risks. That's why some forms of toxic behavior, such as harassment or discrimination, can lead to legal and compliance risks for the organization. This will not only damage the company's reputation, but it will also incur financial and legal consequences. In summary, toxic behavior has far-reaching consequences for company culture, which will affect trust. It always affects morale, it affects teamwork, it affects the overall employee well-being. It is important to address toxic behavior to foster a culture of respect, inclusion, positive communication, and which will always ensure that you build a healthy and thriving work environment. How do we fix toxic behavior? We fix it, we said here, never ignore, do what? Correct it. Never ignore, but correct it. When we say never ignore, correct it, it reflects a proactive and responsible approach to addressing issues within a company culture. This mindset of never ignoring but correcting it involves acknowledging and addressing problems rather than allowing them to persist or escalate. Let's quickly look at how this principle of never ignore, correct it can positively impact and fix company culture. Number one, when we ensure that we never ignore but correct it, it promotes accountability. It also prevents escalation of issues. It preserves trust. It demonstrates leadership integrity. It will always ensure that, or it encourages or fosters open communication, and will always address toxic behaviors. Because toxic behaviors, if ignored, it can fester and spread within a company culture. So the never ignore, correcting approach is effective in addressing toxic behaviors promptly, preventing them from negatively impacting morale, trust, and overall workplace dynamics. Another benefit of this fix, called never ignore, correct it, is that it enhances well-being of employees. It always boosts employee satisfaction. It encourages continuous improvement. It strengthens organizational resilience, and it builds a culture of learning. The never ignore, correcting approach creates a culture that values learning from mistakes and challenges. So when organizations embrace this mindset, it encourages a growth culture where lessons learned contribute to ongoing improvement. So the never ignore, corrective principle is a proactive and constructive approach to addressing issues within a company culture. By adopting this mindset, organizations can foster a very positive and resilient workplace environment, where transparency, where accountability, and continuous improvements are embraced. Let's quickly look at the last but not the least killer of company culture. The last but not the least that we are talking about here is favoritism, unfair treatment in an organization. Favoritism in the workplace can have severe repercussions, leading to a toxic and unhealthy company culture. Let's look at several ways in which favoritism can negatively impact and undermine the overall organizational culture. Number one thing is that favoritism will erode trust. Favoritism brings a sense of unfairness amongst employees. That means that when certain individuals are continuously favored over others, it erodes trust within the organizations. Employees may feel that promotions, recognitions, and opportunities are not based on merit but on personal relationships. So favoritism erodes trust. It undermines team morale. It diminishes employee engagement. Favoritism encourages unethical behaviors. Favoritism hinders diversity and inclusion. Favoritism causes conflict and resentment. Favoritism in the organization reduces job satisfaction. It limits career development. It increases turnover rates. It diminishes organizational reputation. It stifles innovation and creativity. And it weakens leadership credibility. How does it weaken leadership credibility? Because leaders who are perceived as playing favorite can see their credibility eroded. The trust in leadership will diminish, and employees will question the fairness and integrity of decision-making processes. Therefore, favoritism has far-reaching consequences for company culture, impacting trust. It impacts trust, morale, engagement, and overall employee well-being. Organizations must actively address and eliminate favoritism to foster a positive and inclusive workplace culture. How do we fix this last but not the least killer of company culture? We fix it by ensuring fair treatment. Ensuring fair treatment within an organization is a crucial element in fostering a positive and healthy company culture. Fair treatment creates an environment where employees feel valued, respected, and motivated to contribute their best efforts. Let's quickly look at how fair treatment enhance and fix company culture. Fair treatment will always build trust. It will promote equity and inclusion. Fair treatment in an organization encourages employee engagement because every employee feels they will be heard. It reduces turnover rates. It strengthens team dynamics. Fair treatment always encourages open communication. You will see that employees are likely to voice their opinions, share feedback, and communicate openly when they trust that their concerns will be addressed and their contributions recognized. Fair treatment in an organization will foster a culture of meritocracy. What do you mean by meritocracy? It is a culture where individuals are recognized and rewarded based on their skills, performance, and contributions. This will create a sense of fairness and encourage the employees to strive for excellence. Ensuring fair treatment promotes employee well-being. It enhances organizational reputation. It aligns with organizational values, and it demonstrates leadership integrity. How does fair treatment demonstrate leadership integrity? Leaders who ensure fair treatment demonstrate integrity and ethical leadership, and this always strengthens their credibility and fosters a positive leadership culture, contributing to the overall health of the organization. In summary, ensuring fair treatment is a fundamental aspect of fixing and enhancing company culture, and it creates a positive and inclusive workplace where employees feel valued, they feel engaged, they feel motivated, and they can contribute, and all this will contribute to the organizational success and long-term growth. I believe we had a great time in class today. Let's quickly recap the seven killers of company culture and how to fix them. Number one that we looked at today is number one killer is ineffective leadership, and the fix is training and mentoring managers. We talked extensively on that. Number two is poor communication. That's as a killer, but the fix is listen and share frequently. Number three is lack of appreciation, and the fix is what? Recognize and reward. employee burnout as a killer of corporate culture, and the fix is by managing workload. The next one is micromanagement. Another killer of company culture, micromanagement, and the fix is to empower employees. We've also talked about toxic behavior as a killer, and the fix is to never ignore but correct it. Then the last but not the least that we talked about is favoritism as a killer of company culture, and the fix is ensuring fair treatment. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Enobong Ekarika. I'm a consultant, a teacher, a director, currently living in Nigeria. My interests range from entrepreneurship to education. I'm also interested in reading, fitness, and innovation. I am an accomplished workforce effectiveness coach with a passion for empowering individuals and organizations to unlock their full potentials. Thank you so much. You can reach me on this phone number or on my email, enobongekarika1@gmail.com. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing from you. Please drop your questions in the comment section below, and we will address every one of it. Thank you, and do have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.